Years ago, a convenience store owner, Ben Mostafa, was killed during a robbery attempt at his store. Since then, Mustafa's family, along with friends in the community, honor his memory. They come together for a walk to remember, and that's what we're talking about today. We have special guests. If everybody can introduce themselves, please.
I'm Lalisa Hernandez. I'm an artist, an activist, and friend of the family.
And I'm Jenna Allende. Benjamin was my father, so I am the event coordinator.
And my name is Bertha Awas. I'm a victim advocate with the Corpus Christi Police Department.
Thank you all for being here today. I know that it's been a while since we'd seen each other. I got to interview you and talk to you, as well as Lisa, and of course the members of the police department. It is important that we remember this day and remember your dad. There's folks out there that may not have been around when this happened, or maybe even had an opportunity to meet your dad. But he was a one of a kind. He invested his life into this one area of our community. Can you give us a little bit of insight into your dad and his thinking, his thoughts about where he worked, where he lived, and where he passed?
You know, a lot of that started to make a lot more sense to me once he did pass. When I remember we had his funeral service, I saw so many people from so many different walks of lives, and the place was completely packed. And we hadn't noticed that until, they said, go ahead and look at how many people had given their life to God that day. And when we turned around and saw people down the aisle, standing in the back, we knew how many people he actually affected in this community and how well known he was in the community. I don't think any of us, 6 kids, nor my mom, had an idea of what type of impact he was on people. You know, him going into these smaller communities, these lower income places, I mean, it was an opportunity for him to reach out to kids, find out what they're doing, and he helping families with, things they needed. And that made him feel good, and of course he always wanted to get involved in politics and council, and he was always into that. So, I mean, he just did so much for the community, and I don't think we would still have so many people up to this day coming to the store asking us and sharing moments and times that they had with him, with us still, if he didn't make such an impact in so many people. I mean, I feel blessed and honored to be his daughter, as long as my other 5 siblings. This is a legacy to him. It was a senseless crime that took his life away, and the guy lived in the neighborhood. He was going there since he was a kid to that store. And anybody knew that if you asked him, he would lend the money to you, but he wanted to take that from him, and then that's where things went wrong, So really, he was always for the children, and I am strongly impacted by that too. I think that pouring into our children at adolescence, seeing that they have the things that they need, keeps them out of the streets and from doing things that, end somebody else's life, but not only that, ends their own life. Their family is affected by it. Our family is affected. It's a lose-lose situation. So when the community comes together and they're able to express their feelings towards this, when they're able to share their story and get that out of them, they find people that they can compare with, and they could get a sense of relief, a sense of understanding, knowing that we're a community going through this together. It's not just one individual. It's not just Ben's family. It is the whole entire community affected by this. Children being lost, people dying from such random crimes. It makes no sense for things that are it just doesn't make sense,
Let's talk about the event. Lisa, you can take it from there and tell me about the event that's coming up.
So in 2014, when Ben was murdered, that year Nueces County suffered the highest number of homicides in our history. And so we knew we needed to do something about it and make a public statement. That year I did a public art installation downtown and created a graveyard where on the headstones, instead of the names, we talked about how we lost these people. And so Ben's widow, Thelma, who's in the studio here, I had gone to take her some tamales for Christmas, and she said, what if we did something on the day we lost him, which was April the 14th, 2014. So we did a mural in the front of the store. It's located right on Ayers and Brownlee. And it was Jen's idea to, since it impacted the neighborhood, to do a walk around the block to reassure people of the commitment of the family, to express appreciation to the family. And so you see Ben's picture is up front. We also have a big stop sign that says "Stop the Violence." And this is the 11th year that we have done this. We have Mayor Paulette Guajardo who's coming to do a proclamation. When we started this, it was Mayor Nelda Martinez, you know, and so every year we have like Commissioner John Mares, Councilwoman Sylvia Campos, our DJ Dapper Don does the music for us. We have different singers. We had Margaret the mariachi. Through the years, we've had all kinds of folks that have walked with us around the block. It's from 6 to 8 at Ben's Community Market, right on the corner of Ayers and Brownlee. That's where he lived, it's where he died, and it's hallowed ground, and we make sure that we lift him and our community up.
Amen.
And I want to say that when we went through the trial and all of that harrowing experience, the family had never been in the courthouse before and gone through it, and that's why the crime victims advocates are so crucial in your darkest hours.
Absolutely.
When you're facing something like this.
And this is we want to remind everybody, this walk is not only to honor Ben Mostafa and his family and his friends, but it's for the community. Any family that has gone through this, has lost a loved one because of crime, this is open for them. This is their time to, of course, honor their loved one.
For sure.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Where can they find all this information? Where can they go?
So on Facebook, you can find us on Ben's Community Market, and we'll be there tomorrow. As I said, Monday, April the 14th. It makes 11 years since we've lost him. And so we're going to come together to heal and just lift him in light and love.
Amen. You guys, thank you for coming.
And last thing I want to throw in is, you know, if the community comes out and supports us, you know, bring a shirt, bring a photo of your loved one, and you know, and cherish that, show that, and tell your story. Keep their memory alive. You know.
Very good. Excellent. You guys, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank you
doing
so
this.
much for having us.
It takes a lot of effort, a lot of work, but you know what? There's love, and your dad touched lives, and those lives today are thankful and grateful. And we've lost so many others since then, so let's remember them all.
That's
Thank
right.
you for coming.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you for having us.